want to give the Lord the praise and thank my Father for the privilege of standing here this morning. I do not take this privilege for granted at all, and I appreciate God for the privilege of being raised. It is fully confirmed that spiritual covering determines destiny coverage. The extent to which your destiny will cover is determined by the covering spirituality that you have. It is also confirmed that company affects identity. You can identify a person by the company they keep. And I'm amazed and surprised and excited in God at the impact of this company on our lives. God's servant Pastor David preached yesterday and shared many things with you about the impact on his life. It's just inevitable until you help, until you change your company, you don't affect your identity. The things that we have seen all around the world are connectable and traceable to the company that God has helped us. We have been to countries and seen presidents of nations and the whole cabinet come in for meetings, submitting to the authority of Jesus. We have mayors of cities coming for services, bowing for prayer, mayor in Leeds, mayor in Houston, Texas, and so on and so forth. We have nations of the world coming in for conferences and meetings. Last meeting we had over 50-something countries represented, and some of them came here with us for this conference. And we see the spiritual lineage and the spiritual tree reproducing and multiplying all over the world. I prophesy to you today, in your own life, you shall see multiplications and replications. If you are saying amen, you say a louder amen. You shall see multiplications and replications. Somebody shout the loudest amen. Very quickly, we are speaking on the mind, the battlefield of the redeemed. The mind as the battlefield of the redeemed. 2 Corinthians chapter 10 and in verse 3 all the way to verse 5. 2 Corinthians chapter 10 verse 3 all the way to verse 5. He said, for though we walk in the flesh, we do not war after the flesh. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of imaginations, casting down imaginations, and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of God, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Christ. Very, very briefly, we shall be having as our focus first to understand the place of the mind in life